How's it going, everybody? So in this video, I basically want to get my opinion across on pornography, okay? And this is very, very subjective. So listen, the facts are pornography actually desensitizes your dopamine receptors and your dopamine pathways. And this can actually cause lethargy. This can actually cause upregulation of prolactin, which is a hormone that basically creates depression, melancholy, and breast milk, essentially. It's basically an estrogenic hormone, you can think of it as. It makes you feel down, makes you feel like a girl, makes you feel sad. It turns off your motivation, turns off your desire to strive towards things. And it can make you feel depressed, okay? Whereas dopamine will generally make you feel motivated, it'll generally make you feel uplifted, happy, and positive, and optimistic. Pornography increases prolactin. And it literally hijacks your brain's dopamine neural pathways. It hijacks your urgency to get things done. It hijacks the very system that governs your habits, that governs your motivation, and that governs your ability to take life by the horns. I've seen a direct correlation with pornography use, especially excessive pornography use, and procrastination. Everybody that I know that is an extreme procrastinator, they fall victim to instant gratification of all kinds, especially pornography. Now, of course, this could be a useless correlation by itself because 95% of human beings in our society in general watch pornography and masturbate, women included. And if you doubt that, then, go ahead, continue to believe whatever you feel like believing to allow yourself to be addicted to pornography. That's what drug addicts do. They're in denial. Fact is, 95% of our society is addicted to pornography, okay? It's overstimulation, and people need a release. They need a distraction to keep them sane, because people are so scared of the problems that actually go on inside their heads when they are bored, or basically when they're by themselves. If being by yourself bores you, being without external stimulation like Netflix and YouTube and Facebook and pornography, if that bothers you, you're not comfortable in your own skin. That's exactly what's going on. You're like, oh shit, I can't just be by myself. I can't just sit quietly. What am I, a monk? I've got to oh fuck, jack off to porn. Anyway, 95% of our society is addicted to porn. So that includes successful people and motivated people, and also unsuccessful, unmotivated, and procrastinating people. However, I've noticed the people that procrastinate the most also seem to be the most captured by pornography usage. They spend the most time watching pornography. They have an unusual and abnormal usage of porn. Let's put it that way. And this usually shows in their personality, the things they say, the way they look at things. It's very interesting when you have gone without pornography for 2 months or more. And for me, I've gone without porn for over a year at times. The less you use porn, the more you realize just how much control pornography actually has over you. Very, very sad that so many people are in denial over how dangerous pornography is to the brain. Considering just how much of control it actually has over you, just how much of your life is actually mediocre because of pornography usage. your relationships are going to be downhill, because pornography desensitizes your brain to appreciation of natural beauty and natural attraction. Men are so busy, and women too, they're so busy being aroused by pixels on a screen that regular, normal, natural human beings in real life no longer arouse them the same way. How many people do you know? And be honest with yourself, because pretty much everyone I know that watches porn at least 3 times a week, but most people 3 times a day. Everyone who watches porn at least 3 times a week or more, or less, well, or more. People who watch porn at least 3 times a week, they get more aroused to porn than an actual woman. And there's many justifications you could say for that. I mean, I honestly have noticed people who are very involved in pornography usage, they tend to settle for less with their girlfriend. So maybe their partner's not as attractive as they'd like them to be. And they never actually do something about it. They never try to help their partner better their appearance or better themselves, go to the gym or whatever it may be. They never help them become a better person, a more attractive person, because they have pornography. And it's like, oh, that's cool, my partner's ugly and irritates me, but I got porn, so I'll just jack off to porn instead of being pleasured by the person that I see every single day in my relationship. It's really pathetic, really sad. It's there's no excuse for it. It's pathetic. Maybe your partner's not attractive. That's what a lot of people might say. But pornography, if you remove pornography and you just face the facts that you're with someone you're not attracted to, it's going to force you to get away from that relationship that you don't even want to be in. And by the way, if you're not attracted to your partner, don't try to fool yourself into thinking, oh, I'm still in love with him. No. Okay, love is it's created by your brain and your emotions. And if you're not attracted to your partner, it's unlikely that you actually love them. But of course, most people are stuck in self-delusion and denial rather than true self. They're stuck in pseudo-self nonsense. They're stuck in excuses, justifications, and this complex of denial that they have created for themselves to be comfortable with their lack of proactivity towards obtaining their values, expressing their values, and aligning their life with their values. That's what the pseudo-self nonsense is actually about. That's what pornography actually is there for. Most people try to escape their lack of ambition by watching pornography. And if you notice, people who stop watching porn, people who do NoFap for a long time, all of a sudden their life changes, right? And they're like, whoa, I'm superhuman. The crazy thing is, it's not that you got superpowers. What it is you're removing a big crutch. You're removing this tool that you used. You used to use this tool, like alcoholics use alcohol, to numb themselves from their problems, right? That's first of all what you're doing. You're removing the crutch. So now you gotta see life for what it is. Second thing is, you're allowing your brain to relax a little bit. You're allowing your dopamine and your neurotransmitters to regulate, and that's why in the first month of NoFap and no porn, people start to get really emotional and they start to get they're crying and they don't know why. It's because your fucking brain chemistry's been fucked. All these years of you stimulating your arousal and you're stimulating your sex drive through a computer screen, through pixels, through magazine images, okay? For millions of years, like all animals, okay, in general, every being on this planet for millions of years has been procreating with other real organisms, okay? Now all of a sudden human beings, they're essentially, okay, whether you realize it or not, your biology, when you jack off the porn, your biology is trying to create babies with an imaginary woman or man or or tranny or whatever it is on the screen. Your biology is literally trying to create a baby with that screen now. You're literally trying to create babies with a computer. You know, it's crazy and it's pathetic, and it's unhealthy, and it's really sad. Actually, it's sad because you're going to live your entire life in this fog, in this haze, in this artificial reality. You're never ever going to experience how beautiful life really is, because this pornography and this hijacking of dopamine keeps you from reaching your goals, keeps you from a clear mind. It keeps you in a fog. It keeps you making babies with air, with computer screens, with fake people, with people on a computer screen, with pixels and images and videos. Like, seriously. That's what your biology is doing. And most people who have severe depression and lethargy, a lot of it has to do with the pleasure trap. And you can watch a video on this, it's a TED Talk called The Pleasure Trap, where a really great psychologist starts talking about the dangers in the biology of overstimulation and instant gratification, and it's real. It's very real. And the thing is, you're tricking yourself into thinking you're doing something good, but you don't realize you're actually sabotaging yourself. The same thing goes for all forms of overstimulation. Artificial chemicals and sweeteners and MSG and all these artificial flavorings and fast foods, things that are not meant for our biology. Appeal to Nature actually has a lot of validation when it comes to health in these regards. Companies actually spend millions of dollars investing in making their products as addictive as possible. You know, people who don't realize these corporations are doing everything they can to get you to consume their products, like, how can you not have that much how can you lack that much common sense? Duh, there's no way that grain companies are trying to force me to, like, eat their products. Like, you know, they wouldn't do that, you know? Pharmaceutical companies wouldn't create campaigns to try to convince me to get hooked on their drugs. Meanwhile, people are dying of overdoses on benzos and dying of withdrawal symptoms, getting hooked on painkillers. Doctors are prescribing statin drugs to prevent heart disease based on high serum cholesterol levels, when they could just change your diet to significantly lower blood pressure and cholesterol. It's really disgusting. People don't realize just how much of their life is created, first of all, by ignorance. Like, your life is very subpar and mediocre due to ignorance, due to a lack of reflection. And then second of all, these large corporations try to convince you that these horrible things are actually good for you. I'm not saying all grains are bad for you, but, you know, when I was talking about that, I'm talking about cereal companies fortifying their crap with synthetic iron, which actually causes overdosage of iron overload, and other problems, and diabetes. Starting your day with milk and cereal, horrible. With orange juice, horrible. Anyway, as long as you allow these things to continue in your life, your health is going to go down the drain. Your motivation, your career, your relationships, your whole life is going to pass you by. You're going to be in the grave. You're going to be dead. And you're never going to have experienced amazing, healthy happiness. You can convince yourself you're happy. Like, and I hate that. Like when people like comment on my video, like this made me want to jack off even more. Haha. I'm always happy when I'm jacking off. You know, pornography is life. Haha. God damn. When I see shit like that, like I see 60 on an IQ test is what I see. I see very low IQ. It's not even funny, actually. It's very sad. It's disgusting when I think about the lack of care for your well-being. Like, really? You're okay with shooting heroin? You're okay with smoking meth? You're not okay with that? Well, then how come you're okay with spending hours of your day jacking off to pixels on a screen? And it just ruins your motivation, your energy, and your drive to better your life. You know, it actually, the thing is, a lot of people don't realize it's very possible to appreciate the simple things in life. It's very possible to actually enjoy waking up in the morning and going to work. People who say, oh man, it's Monday, I fucking hate Monday, I have to go back to work, I can't wait for the weekend. It's disgusting. It's absolutely disgusting. You should strive to appreciate every day as greatly as you can. And don't settle for less. And basically, pornography and these other things, these are only obstacles that are in your way of reaching that state of appreciation. When you go without porn for long enough, your brain starts to orgasm from everyday life. Like, literally. I can feel an orgasm from just looking at the sky, from looking at the weather when it's beautiful, from enjoying a good breeze, and especially from great workouts, hanging around great people, and just looking at at beautiful women. I don't get the urge to like do anything sexual. I just can like appreciate their beauty. That's what abstinence from porn does. Now, sex, you can have sex, obviously. It's all about pornography and the overstimulation of this media and what it does to your brain. It has nothing to do with like, oh, you shouldn't have sex before marriage. Like, no. I'm very pro-sex, and I think that marriage is foolish. That's my opinion. Have sex with as many people as you want, as long as you're not killing yourself with, be safe or whatever. Anyway, this is mainly based on the mechanisms, what it does to your brain. These are facts. It has nothing to do with religion or guilt or anything like that. All these people, oh, it's just because you're guilty. If you weren't guilty about it, like, dude, you should feel guilty for wasting your fucking life on bullshit. If you don't feel guilty, I think there's probably something wrong with you. I would hate to live my life like that. Anyway, leave your questions and comments down below. Let me know how is your no-fap journey doing for you. And if you got dumbass comments and you want to like tell me I'm full of crap, leave them down below so I could just feel sad. Yeah, please, please. I love feeling sad. It's great. Yeah, that's another benefit of no-fap. I'm not scared of feeling sad. I'm not gonna like try to run away from my emotions and try to block them out.